What is the biggest barrier preventing talented people from reaching their educational or career potential? And how does your startup help remove that barrier?
To expand on Lukeman's barriers that are not the issue, I'd say also not money or geography or even access that are the biggest barriers for young people reaching their potential, but rather the entire educational system that was designed for a world that no longer exists. Our schools were built for the industrial age and for a certain kind of learner for a time that worked. But now, as you've heard some of the panelists before say, we're asking children to prepare for a future that demands creativity, adaptability, critical thinking, problem solving, emotional intelligence. And yet, we're still assessing them on whether they can recall the correct answers on outdated assessments. And the systems are showing this lack of faith in young people's abilities to self-direct and make real-world change. My partner and co-founder James and I believe deeply in young people, and that's why we founded International Education, INTL Edu, a community interest company in the UK, because we watched brilliant children disappear inside systems that couldn't see them. Gifted learners who are bored into disengagement, neurodivergent thinkers who were labeled before they were understood, world schooling families, expat kids, home educated young people, those that have chosen alternate education systems or paths because they didn't fit in the system built for the masses. Our son is one of them. Maybe you can show an emoji reaction if you know one of these learners, or perhaps you were even one of them. Thank you. Oh, lovely. So being a part of Cohort 21 gave us something we didn't know we needed, the courage to think bigger. And our coach, Mark, challenged us not just to serve the families we're already finding and growing in our World Schooling Quest community, but to genuinely take a step back and ask, what could a different model look like at scale? And that question led us to build and launch the International Kids Council. And the IKC is a global program for young people ages 7 to 17. And members are not just learning about the real world problems, they're collaborating on solving them across time zones and cultures. They're using a real microfund and deciding how that money gets spent and used. They're co-creating projects based on their genuine interests. And they're proof that young people can actually make a difference in the world when they're given that true agency and their confidence is restored. We're seeing them starting to believe in themselves again. And yeah, that's why we're just grateful for all of being able to do this work. And seeing that barrier is just the mold that we are empowering them to break out of and build a mold of their own. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing, Jess. It was great to hear your journey so far and what you're getting up to.